Welcome, and thank you for watching this presentation. My name is Dan Perry, and I'm a director in the Clearance Services Department at Standards, the Canadian advertising industry's national self-regulatory body. It's our pleasure to collaborate with Media Smarts as part of Media Literacy Week 2020. Over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about the different types of unboxing videos parents and children may find online. To start, let's imagine you've just heard about a new toy. You might be a child who just FaceTimed your cousin for their birthday and they showed you their present and you said, I know what I want for my birthday. Or you might be a parent whose child has been talking about a new vehicle for one of their favorite characters that you just have to track down this holiday season. Whatever your case, if you're looking for more information about a new toy, you're very likely to look for it in the same way. You're going to Google search it. So what you're going to find are many online sources where you can learn about products you might like to buy. And the types of content you might come across can include an advertisement, or it can include third-party reviews, or other third-party content such as blogs, video, social media posts, etc., that speak to a person's individual experience or of the toy being a part of their life. Your sources of this content, for example, when it's an advertisement, it would be official content, would be what you call the source. Where it's a third-party review, could be by a magazine reviewing 10 toys for the upcoming season or something like that. It'd be independent content, same with user-generated stuff. But there's also a third type of content to talk about that's sponsored or influencer content. So we'll look at that in a few slides. But to begin, let's look at a YouTube toy unboxing video. The first we're going to look at is an example of official advertising content.
Get ready for extreme speed rescues with Paw Patrol True Metal vehicles. There are so many to collect, so let's start unboxing. In the Classic series, you can find all your favorite pups. There are 10 True Metal vehicles to collect and one pup who not only has a regular vehicle, but also has a super rare vehicle. It's supposed to be a secret, but the super rare Classic vehicle is Chase's police cruiser.
Now, when we see a video like this, how can we confirm that it's official content? One way is that the channel is called Paw Patrol Official and Friends. Now, we see this in the information under the video where it's posted on YouTube. And for what it's worth, that's just a name. In theory, anyone could call their channel whatever they wanted, but we can look a little further. And then we can go to the channel's page itself under the About heading. And in particular here, you'll notice a web address, www.pawpatrolandfriends.com. And when you go to that website, you'll find the official Paw Patrol page from the advertiser, the toy maker Spin Master. And when you click the YouTube icon on this website, it will take you back to the YouTube channel we were just on. So here's where we know that this is official. Now, another way that this channel might have made clear to viewers that it's official would be through its verification checkmark. And now this is a feature that YouTube makes available to users to separate them from unofficial content. So looking to a second example, I said unofficial content, or we could say independent content. We'll look at another video you might find.
So cool.
We got Harry and Ryder.
Wow, are you excited?
Welcome to Black Plane.
What is it?
It's Paw Patrol Ryder, the mascot.
It's the Paw Patroller.
Now, this is a video that in style, quality, tone, comes across very differently than the one we saw previously. It seems very much like a parent and child playing with a new toy, an organic or authentic recording of a lived experience, you know. But when we look at this commercial, or this video rather, how do we know that's the case? We can take the same approach as before. We can first check the information about the video that's posted along with it on YouTube. And here there's no evidence that the content's official, no claim of advertiser involvement. So we would presume it to be independent. And we can go further and check the About section about the channel itself, where we still find no statement that the advertiser's involved in any way. So we, meaning the consumer watching it, as well as someone watching it at Standards or what have you, anyone watching this video would presume this content to be independent. We can look at a second example of independent content as well.
No, 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 no!
Hey, that's my winter walk.
So, a different style of video, this one looking a little bit more like what you might see on a children's television show or something. But again, posted as a bit of a toy information video. So we take the same approach. We first check the information underneath the video. It's a long description in this particular case. We just did a clip of the top for this slide where it's not clear whether the advertisers involved. It doesn't say that they are. So then we follow the description to the bottom, and in fact, this user has posted disclaimer. This video is not sponsored. We paid for all the toys. Now you might be asking, why would this statement be included? And why might this channel choose to make clear that its content isn't sponsored? Now we're moving from our first video, which had about 2,000 subscribers, to this one here. This channel has about 161,000 subscribers. And we can start to answer the question we just asked by looking forward to one of YouTube's most successful channels. Now, as a channel develops the following, it begins to wield influence and becomes a desirable place to put advertising. So one example, the toy reviewing channel Ryan's World has 26.9 million subscribers. And in 2019, Ryan earned approximately $26 million for his content. Now, Ryan, like any other influencer, has an opinion that would carry weight with an audience of this size. And as with any other influencer, advertisers would be willing to pay to have influencers feature products in their content. Now, at Ad Standards, our mission is to ensure that advertising is truthful, fair, and accurate. The Canadian Code of Advertising Standards allows consumers to file complaints under any of its 14 clauses should they find an advertisement deceptive, unfair, or inaccurate. And when it comes to testimonials, endorsements, or other representations of opinion or preference, Clause 7 of the Canadian Code of Advertising Standards requires that these reflect the genuine, reasonably current opinion of the individuals making these representations, and that these be based upon adequate information about or experience the identified product and not otherwise be deceptive. Following from Clause 7, Ad Standards introduced Interpretation Guideline Number 5, which has the consumer in mind and the question, would a consumer's perception of the product change if they knew the endorser or reviewer was paid or otherwise compensated to give this opinion? To avoid contravening Clause 7, then, what Interpretation Guideline 5 requires is that any material connection, such as payment or free product that exists between the advertiser and the person reviewing or endorsing the product, be prominently disclosed. And further to this, working with over 20 leading influencer marketing companies, Ad Standards published and recently updated its disclosure guidelines, which you can see on our website. These guidelines are consistent with best practices from advertising self-regulatory organizations around the world. And if you want more information, you can follow the link on this slide. Knowing a little more about influencers now, we can look at another example of independent content from toy reviewer TTPM. Now, TTPM doesn't have the same number of follows that a channel like Ryan's World or EvanTube does, but it does feature more toy reviews than any other YouTube channel.
Roll to the rescue with Paw Patrol. Hi, I'm Laurie from TTPM. Based on the vehicles seen on the TV show Paw Patrol, the Paw Patroller playset opens up into a 2-level rescue center. It comes with a rider figure and vehicle, and additional Paw Patrol figures and vehicles are sold separately. Inside the playset, there's a working elevator to take figures up to the command center. There's also a landing pad for Sky and our helicopter.
So, as in any other video, what you'll see in a site like TTPM is they will have provided the information about their own website and in the comments under the video. And when you click on this link, you'll get to TTPM's own website. You'll see the full review of the product as well as the video. And you'll notice they have an About section on their page. And further to that, you'll see that they have a Policy section. So when you go to Policy, you'll notice they have a policy about sponsored videos, and they state that where there's a material connection, they will disclose it. So this holds true when you look at some others of their videos. you'll see they are independent, but where they are sponsored, they state in the opening line of the description, come and join us in this sponsored video. So that would be one clear way to disclose a material connection. The most common way you'll probably see a material connection disclosed is with the hashtag ad in social media posts, where influencers put this in to ensure it's clear that there's a connection. There is another way, though, that we can look at in an unboxing video now.
Hey guys, it's Mike.
And Hallie.
Paw Patrol,
will be there on the double.
So we've got a Paw Patrol set, and not just any Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. That's a tongue. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol set. This is the Paw Patroller, which is the big, awesome new truck that just came out. We do have to thank Spin Master for sending this to us. Thank you guys. This
Chelsea.
is going to get tons of play from Chelsea and maybe from Dad, because it's a truck, and it's a big truck.
Chelsea loves Paw Patrol. And we actually saw this at Blogger Bash at the Sweet Sweet, and we were like, oh my gosh, we gotta get
Sign me
that for Chelsea, because she's gonna love that.
Yeah.
So
What you'll notice here is that while the hosts are talking a lot about the product and how much they like it and how much their daughter Chelsea is going to like it, they say up front it was provided by the manufacturer. So we hope you enjoyed this presentation and that you learned something about toy unboxing videos that you'll find on the internet today. We'd like to thank you again for watching, as well as for your support of Media Literacy Week. To learn more about ad standards and advertising self-regulation in Canada, please visit our website, www.adstandards.ca.